Hey guys, I'm Jordan Lisowski from Whitetail Passion TV. I'm your host, basically. I mean, I guess not really the host, but like, you know, I created the whole thing.
And I'm Connor Lisowski, his little brother.
Yeah, how old are you, man?
I'm 13.
Yeah, this is my 13-year-old little brother, Connor. So what this is like a podcast, but for YouTube. We're just going to have the video camera on us while we tell each other stories or go over new hunting products. You have to let us know what you think of it, how you like it. It basically, it's like a podcast you'd find on Spotify, except the camera's actually on us while we're just talking. We're going to go over multiple things, stories of hunts, different animals, all kinds of stuff. So hopefully you enjoy it, because it was just me before. I have a group of guys together now that we're going to all hunt together. Like, not literally hunt together, but we're all going to film, and we'll have a lot more content with hunts in general. But this is just a way to keep content out there while we're not hunting. So basically, I thought today would be a first inaugural episode, would be a good time for a little bit of story time. With turkey hunting, shed hunting coming up.
Yeah.
Deer season right around the corner, basically. I mean, was it like 7 months away, 6 months? It's not that far.
Yeah.
I mean, it never really ends,
No.
between food plotting and everything. But
It comes back fast.
yeah, it does. So walk me through what's your first ever memory of hunting?
So, my first hunt ever, like, when I was little, we used to go squirrel hunting and that, but my first ever real hunt where I tried to actually kill big game, me and our uncle, we hunted on his land. It was kind of close to ours, but we just went out one morning. This was during the week of Thanksgiving. We got off, like, a few days. So me and him, we just got up early. It had to have been earlier than 4:30. It was something like that. And then Donnie was here, and my dad was up, and everyone was just talking. And that's what I mainly love about hunting. Like, we got guys that come out here, and we can just talk in the morning, and then everyone goes out, and then someone will miss, and we can tell stories and that. But so we went out, and then we drove back, and then we had to walk a little ways, and we just kind of set up, and that was kind of my first hunt ever. Right after that day, I kind of fell in love with hunting, just because the silence, and you can kind of become in nature. And also, like, I've always been in a family of hunters. Jordan, for example, he's killed a fair amount of deer, and same with everyone else. But I kind of just hopped on the bandwagon and started hunting. But after my first hunt, I really fell in love with just the peace and quiet that you get.
What about the Wisconsin Mayhem? Gunshots left and right.
Yep.
Be the largest army, or the second largest army in the world if Wisconsin all pooled their gun hunters together. There's a lot of gunshots that go on that weekend. There really is.
Yeah, I can remember. The first day we walked, I mean, I looked to my right, and there's a guy sitting in a tree stand right there with Blaze Orange on. And
I suppose you're up on the line fence on Oak Ridge.
Yep.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
There's always that one pesky neighbor. It's always just kind of easing his way in more and more towards your line fence every year, it seems like. And then
but
he either dies or the tree dies, one or the other, and that takes care of him for a bit.
So, yeah, we went hunting, and for a few days, and I can't remember if the day after Thanksgiving was the last. I don't know. I think there was a cold spell right after that, so I kind of stopped hunting because I was still like 10, 11, so my dad was kind of worried.
That's right. Legal age here in Wisconsin's 10 years old, ain't it?
Yeah. Now it's younger. Like, now a kindergartner can
Oh,
they
yeah.
just have their guns
They
set up.
just changed the law now in Wisconsin, too, 2 years ago or a year ago or something?
Yeah.
Where you can...
Any age can... It's just got to be the adult that sets up everything. Like, you can just have it on a tripod, and then all they got to do is pull the trigger.
Yeah, you can have 3-year-olds shoot basically the biggest buck that they'll ever kill in their life because their dad just put the gun on a tripod and pulled the trigger. Because in Wisconsin now they changed the law. You can, I think it's I shouldn't say I think. I know that you can have a mentored hunt up to the age of 12 until you graduate your hunter safety. Once you pass your hunter's education course or class, then you can hunt. I think you can hunt within sight or hearing distance of your of your mentor. And then once you turn like 16 or 14 or 16 or something, 14. Maybe, I bet you, it is. It's 14, then you can hunt on your own, I believe.
Yeah.
But from that age up until 14, you're kind of restricted there.
Yep. Yeah, we learned about all that stuff in hunter safety. I don't know if I think we might have been talking about it during hunter safety or something. They're trying to pass a law or whatever.
How many deer did you see a day you went out? Was it like a good first day, or was it one of the days where it's just like, God, I love the sunrise coming up. It's so cold out here. I just want to go home and play video games and drink some hot soup.
Not even that. Like, I was freezing because I tried to bundle up as much as I could, but I was still cold. And I don't even think I played video games that day. That week, I just kind of like snuggled up in all my blankets. He took me home, so I
think the first week you ever went, the first year you ever hunted was that year we had like cold, sleet, it was crappy opening weekend weather. And then
because I remember there was snow on the ground. Yeah, there's like a pretty good layer of snow.
We had like 4 or 5 inches of snow that opening day, and by Sunday morning it was so foggy you couldn't see 5 feet in front of you.
Oh yeah, I can remember that fog.
It was awful. That was probably one of the hardest first weekends I've ever hunted. And there was no deer moving, and whatever deer did move got scared by every orange pumpkin moving through the woods.
Yep. And I lost my train of thought. Oh, like the first time like I went hunting, or anyone probably goes hunting, they kind of just notice that like when their first year, they just like kind of get scared by every single noise. Like they think there's a deer or something, or they'll like put their hand closer to their gun every time.
Yeah, but you had some experience before all that with Keith, right?
Yeah.
Keith took you a couple times. I know I've taken you in the past.
Yeah.
Hey, what about that story from last year when we were right out back here? We walk out the back. So get this. We're walking out the door, camera gear and all. We get outside, get around, walking to our stand. He because he was small at the time. He's grown a lot now, and I've got him shooting the Matthews finally. But before that, when he was a weak little kid, I didn't want to torture him, and it's not even that. I'm just making fun of him because you're my brother and everything. But just ethical kills. It was so much more ethical to have him have a crossbow. So we bought a crossbow for him and my sister. And my dad, he's older, so he doesn't get out much and doesn't get much time to shoot his bow, as we're dairy farmers. So basically, I took him out with the crossbow, and here the buck that we were after, the big 6, that it's going to turn into a couple stories here.
Yeah.
But this big 6-pointer we had on camera all year.
It was like a dream deer.
Yeah, it's just one deer. He's never going to break 130. But he was 130 this year as a 6-pointer. So, as a 6-pointer, that's a great buck.
Like for a first...
Oh, yeah, for a first buck. So we get out there, and there was a little bit of corn standing. We're walking. I'm like, this is the prime of the rut right now. And it's like, I don't know, we're going out for an evening hunt at, 12:30? And here there's 3 bucks standing up there, all shooters. 2 of them go up in the woods, and I can only see half the rack of this big 6-pointer. I'm like, Connor's big 6-pointers here. I start rattling. We set up right behind the grain bin, so he can't see us if he comes down across us. I set up. I start rattling, grunting. Here the buck comes at 40 yards.
And Jordan looks at it, and he's like... And
I go to you, Connor, you can't kill that deer. The buck comes, as soon as his other side comes out from out of the cornfield, because he was in a hayfield, but you can only see half of his rack in the beginning. So he kind of picks his head up. He's looking around a little bit, and I can only see the tines, but for some reason I knew right there. I knew it. I was like, oh, that's that big 6-pointer. So I grunt, I call him down. You can hear him coming through the corn. He finally gets through a thin spot where I see him coming. He comes at like 40 yards, and all of a sudden, once he breaks, he only has half his rack. He broke his whole main beam off. The whole main beam from fighting or scrapes or something. And I just go, Connor, you cannot kill this deer.
I remember you looked at me and you were like, I don't know, I must have looked like a little down, or you thought I was. I probably wasn't, but you said, I really don't want to do this, but if you really, really, really want to shoot a deer, you can shoot it, but it's going to be a heck of a time trying to find the And then then and there, I was like, no, I'm not going to shoot it.
Basically, what I meant is you have to let this deer walk. I know it's a great buck, it'd be a great first buck, but to break off half your main beam, I mean, it'd be such a good story, but it's like, it just kind of ruins it.
Yep.
Go on, I'm sorry.
It would have been, he would have kept his route, it would have been a really good shooter, and I would have had my first buck down.
I know. It would, but here's where the story turns to a horrible twist. So this year, me and Jordan, we did our doe hunt, which that video's not up yet. It'll be up sometime. It's not very good. I mean, it's not bad. I don't say we do bad work. It's just, it's a doe kill. That's all we had this year were doe kills, because I got the crew together towards the end of the season, and the bucks were just, the bucks got slaughtered out here this year. But
I mean, that one, what was it, 192 or something?
Yeah, 194. We had a 194, like two or three 170s. Grandpa shot a 161-inch 9-pointer. That's a stud.
What's a Boone and Crockett now? Is it 160 or 170?
See, I've read two things. I've read that it's still 170. I've read that it's 160. I'm not sure.
Because I know me and Cruz, I think we were in CCD. We were just talking about that. Me and my buddy, we were just kind of talking about it, and we were just talking about gun hunting, and we kind of had a conversation about that.
I mean, I don't know, that rules, and that, like, it's just like green score, net score, gross score. I believe in the green and the gross because antlers do shrink over time, but in all reality, however much horn is there. Like, you can't just net it and say, oh, there's that much of a difference. Like, if there's that much horn there, it's there. I mean, I know there's a lot of arguments and everything on that, and what it should be and what it shouldn't be, but what's there is there. I mean, you can't take away, you can't deduct because it's not perfect. I mean, I guess, but that's the way they want to do it.
Yeah.
And anyways, back to the story. So we kill this doe. And we didn't know we killed her because it was he was confident, took a 300-yard shot. We watched the footage, seen that he hit the doe in a very good location, backed out because we found zero blood. And I went and looked the next day and I found her. So in that video, the reason I say it's bad, we have no recovery footage. I found the doe. I can 100% guarantee I found the doe, because that same day when we went in to go and hang a tree stand that night on the edge where she went in, we're walking in, and I walked past on the same trail past this tree that we hung the stand on, and I got the doe, drug her out. We go back that evening, we skipped the hunt that night, and we end up finding the big 6 laying dead. There was a low bullet wound hole in the stomach, but I don't see how that deer could have died that way. But the weird thing is, we've had a decrease in coyotes. We haven't heard many coyotes. We don't see many coyotes. We don't get to shoot many coyotes out here. The past 2 years, it's gone a lot better, but yet the deer was half ate up already. So I wonder if it wasn't just one of our black bears that we got running around here. I mean, I know bears, they don't like to eat, a lot of meat, They're more berries and everything, but at that time all the berries are gone. You know, it's November, it's cold, the ground's froze. I mean, maybe a bear got on it or something. I don't know. So we took that deer in. We're gonna get that one mounted too, but that was an unfortunate situation. And it was a matter of the same day too.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me of a story. It might have been the first year that I went hunting, or last year, but me and the same uncle, we were walking back, and I think it was nicer out that day, and he just asked me if I wanted to walk back, like over the hill, and we were walking on the top of the ridge, and we were just kind of going along to that trail that comes down, and we seen a really nice, I think it was a 6-pointer. It must have been like 120, 130. It would have been a nice, like...
No way.
Good.
No way it was 120, 130. You gotta get your scoring right there.
I mean, it was a decent buck.
I think it... Remember his buck here we found laying dead?
I was younger.
We found this buck laying dead on a drive one time. I think it was me and you over on Pam's there in the creek. Found this buck with the split brow tines, double split brow tines. That was unfortunate.
It probably wasn't. I probably got my calculations mixed up, but it was still...
That's alright. Let's set her down here.
It was a nice buck, though. I mean, it would have been a nice shooter.
Yeah, man. I mean, it just... Mother Nature can be cruel. It don't care how big a bucks you have or how nice a bucks you have. It wants to kill everything some days, but that's a circle of life, I guess. I mean, it comes around, goes around. It's unfortunate sometimes, especially as hunters. You put all that time and money and effort into your woods, and...
Especially, like, tracking down one single buck.
Oh, yeah. I mean, how many... Like, Chris this year, Chris killed my #1 hit lister. That was kind of heartbreaking to me, but... You know, it doesn't stop me from going out in the woods. You could say you killed every buck. Every buck could be killed around here, and I'm still going to go to the woods, whether you like it or not. And when I shoot a doe, I'm still going to get fired up over shooting a doe.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you what, when you come home with a big old rack of ribs, it's a good day. Because them deer ribs are phenomenal. We never kept the deer ribs years ago, and then we just started doing it this year. And I just want to beat myself in the head with a bat for the 10 years of wasted deer ribs that I've had.
Yeah. Another story was, this was still my first year hunting, but remember me and you we went back by the dam. We were just trying to go for like the last few hours of daylight that we had, and there was that really nice buck, but it had to have been, it was like right on that thing.
My gosh.
I completely forgot about that until the day.
Your second year ever of hunting, so I hit. No, maybe you might. How old are you? 13.
Yeah, it must.
Yeah, you were 12 years old. No, was it last year?
I don't know. I don't think
it was last year, not this past season, but the season before.
Yeah.
So basically, not this past hunting season, but the year before, last season. Me and Connor, we were doing the youth hunt, and. We seen maybe 35, 40 deer. This is early October, mid-October. And he was all fired up, and this little 4-pointer comes out. He wants to kill him. I said, Connor, I know you want to kill a deer. I know you want to kill your first buck, but don't shoot a 4-pointer. And I didn't tell him that directly. I said, yeah, Connor, you can do what's going to make you happy, but...
And I kind of knew it, like, whenever he talks about stuff like that, I kind of just, like, know whether he wants me to shoot it or not.
I mean, so basically, I said, well, let's just wait 1 second here, and let's just wait. We got a little bit of daylight left, and I walked back to see if anything was back in the valley that we could maybe shoot at, a doe or something. I snuck back there, and all of a sudden I see this 140, 150-inch 10-pointer making his way along the woods. And I said, Connor, come on, let's go. And, we went and set up, and Connor he got 3 shots at him. You took that first shot, you couldn't get the bullet out of the bolt, so I had to grab the gun from him, put the next bullet in and give him the gun back, and he got 3 shots off. The deer never moved, and he never hit him. And he swore on the second and third shot he was dead, just right on him. It should have been a dead deer, but we get back.
We
get back, and we decide to shoot his gun. It was about 2 feet too high. It didn't even hit the target. I had sighted in the year before. We never took it. He never took it out. He took the 243 instead of his 270. And I probably should have sighted that gun in. That was a rookie mistake on my part. And I felt bad because that would have been a beautiful first buck for him.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens.
But then you miss a bunch of deer, you hit trees and stuff, so it makes me feel better.
Yeah, I've hit a few trees instead of deer too. Well, I think that same year I got karma because me and Carter, we were up on the ridge in a double stand.
Oh, yeah.
And I had this all on film, but I was so embarrassed to put it on there because I rushed a shot. I was scared the deer was going to watch. I've missed, not necessarily shot and missed, but I've missed more deer because of the camera and me being worried that the camera's not going to be on and just end up letting the deer walk or he busts me, than just pulling back, focusing on the deer and my arrow and my bow and killing the deer. Because I get nervous and I don't want to mess up. I want everything to be perfect. I'm scared I'm zoomed in too far or too far in, or I just... It sucks when you solo film. That's why we got more guys this year. So, that eliminates the issue because I know we can kill nice bucks now. We can kill more does now. But, yeah, me and Carter were up there, and I was basically solo filming. He had no idea what was going on, and this beautiful 8-pointer comes in, and maybe at 70, 80 yards with 270, and he goes, "Are you going to shoot?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going to shoot. I'm going to kill this deer." And I had the camera all set up, and I stopped him. And I don't even know why I bothered stopping him with a 270. I should have just pulled the trigger, but I stopped him. And he kind of did that lean back and look, and his shoulder was behind a tree. And I swear the tree was only as big. And I tried to pick the left side and kind of shoot a little far forward because he was quartering towards me, and I'd lodge that bullet up into the vitals, but once you know, I hit the tree and the deer just walked off basically.
I've really never had much really good shots. That was probably one of my best shots that I had at a deer, but it wasn't sighted in. And I'm not a terrible shot, but
no, that was more heartbreaking to me knowing that it was my fault more than it was yours.
I swear,
hurts.
Each time I watch that film over, I probably watched it 5 times over again, and that buck just kept getting bigger and bigger every time I watched it.
That was a beautiful buck. It would have been one hell of a first buck too.
Yeah.
That was a nice buck, man. I feel bad because it was more on my part than yours.
Yeah.
But
I kind of back then I kind of tried to rush. If I did have a shot or something, I'd kind of try and rush it or whatever. Now I just know. Take your time and take a deep breath in that.
That's a thing. That's just that buck fever of a young hunter,
Yeah.
I mean, it's so tough when you're a young kid like you to not get excited and just want to start blazing away. Even with, I'm over patient now. I get too relaxed and too calm, and I think I have all the time in the world, and pretty soon I'm like, I got maybe one window left until he's gone, and by the time you get the camera set up, and then he's kind of looking at you, and you can't get your bow up. It's like, well, I'm not going to make a bad shot just to try and kill a deer on camera. It just doesn't work that way, and that's why bringing more guys in to run cameras and more hunters to, to film and hunt themselves is just going to be awesome because it's going to help us out so much.
One question, what do you prefer? Bow hunting or gun hunting?
Oh, bow by far. You should know that. I used to say I can't stand gun hunting, but now it's getting to a point where it's like I'm starting to enjoy meat, but I still want a nice deer, And I always hate how people say, "Oh, you're trophy hunting only." No, I'm managing my deer because we take a fair amount of does every year. We manage our herd between does and bucks, but I'm not going to go out and kill an immature, 6 or 8-pointer. I haven't killed a buck in 7 years. I've never shot one with my bow, so I might just end up I might end up shooting a smaller, not, 100-inch buck. I might shoot a 120, 130-inch deer with my bow just to get on the board and have something, the memories. Because, and if I do kill a 160 or 170, great. But you only get maybe 3 opportunities a year at them 170 inchers. And by opportunities, I mean 80 yards or less. So unless they're 40 yards or less, you probably aren't going to get a shot. But, yeah, I love bow hunting. Just how close you get, the experience you get. I mean, you can't relate. Your adrenaline gets going, and just, if I had somebody running the camera every time I had a big buck come through, man, I would have killed probably 4 or 5 big bucks on my bow. But I always worry about that camera too much, and this year it's going to be different finally, but
yeah.
I'm excited to get you in the woods more too. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good year. We have a lot of good bucks that made it through. That's awesome.
I kind of want to go turkey hunting just to, like, kill a turkey and then say I killed some, and then I think I'll kind of get...
I think March 21st we gotta go and get our licenses. We gotta go and get yours. I know I got Minnesota for second season, but we'll take you on that youth hunt early. And then I'm assuming that's like the first week maybe in April is that youth hunt or something around there. Because the Wisconsin turkey season, it's broke up into 6 different parts. You got 6 seasons instead of just having one long turkey season where you buy a few tags or something. It's broke up into 6 week-long seasons, and you can draw if you're an in-state resident. You're almost you get 3 options. So basically A, B, and C for seasons. A is first, B is second, C is third. And everybody always gets A, who's a resident, or B. Nobody gets C because there's enough tags. Now if you're a non-resident, the highest you can get is B by accumulating 1 point. Unless you draw a tag through the lottery. So the only way in Wisconsin that if you're a non-resident, in order to get a Wisconsin turkey tag zone B, or not zone, but C, I don't know if it's zone or if it's just whatever, season B, is to basically you have to apply for a point, and once you get that preference point, you can use that the next year to get a zone B. But now if you apply for a point, but yet you draw a C tag, you will not get a point for the following year in order to get a zone B.
Okay.
But the way it works is we have leftovers for zone or season 3C, however you want to say it, and anybody, resident or non-resident, can get them leftover permits. You want to grab that, CJ? I think that wraps it up for this week here at Whitetail Passion's first ever YouTube podcast. Anything to add?
Not really. Tell us if you guys like this or not, or give us some sort of feedback. It will support us or help us a lot. And we'd really like that. Oh yeah, we're gonna have more. It won't be just us 2 each week. We're gonna have different guests and different people and different topics. This is our first one ever. We want more content for you guys, so hopefully you like what we did. This is an easier way to get content out without too much editing, and we enjoy doing this, just telling you some stories and giving you feedback and products and ideas and all kinds of stuff, tips and regulations and rules and everything. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this. Hopefully we can keep doing it. It's good content, I think. Yeah.
I mean, I enjoy listening to stuff, so if you enjoy listening to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys just kind of BS, beat around the bush about hunting and their stories and different things, you're hopefully gonna love this. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun, and yeah, like Connor said, leave us some feedback. Let us know different things to do or talk about, and also let us know about like Facebook. Like what do you guys think you'd want to see posted on Facebook, or what new videos you like, or different ideas. We're gonna be at the sports show March 9th. So make sure you come and check us out there. We'll have a booth set up, a little video going. You come and talk to us. Crushed Ice, he's wearing my hat right now. Crushed Ice Outdoors. I film for them. They're a fishing channel. I'm their producer. So make sure you check them out. Give them a like on Facebook. Like us on Facebook. We both have YouTube channels. Subscribe to them. Crushed Ice Outdoors and Whitetail Passion TV. So make sure you do that. Make sure my little brother over here, he's single. I know he's only 13, but he's always looking. Right?
Yeah.
Single Connor. Cute little minion boy. Hunter. Future pro staffer.
Yep.
We'll see what he can do with a weapon in his hands this year.
Yeah. Besides for that, I think that about wraps it up.
Yeah, it wraps it up. So, alright. Good job, buddy. Proud of you.
Yeah, thanks.
We'll see you guys later.
Peace.